So hey guys, how's it going? Tool Cruise here with Tun-chan.
Hi everyone!
We're here in Shuzoka prefecture, Japan, and we're staying here with a couple other cyclists that came from all over the place, from Tokyo, Osaka, and we came from Nagoya. Today is day 2, and we just woke up, and we're gonna eat some breakfast and get out on today's ride. Arrived at our starting destination for today. This is the Tenryu Tourism Association parking lot, and a nice parking lot, gravel parking lot actually. We've got a lot of riders here today, a lot of the same people from yesterday, and today is a bit more of a casual ride. I've got my fanny pack ready to go. We're meeting over by the station, so let's head over there. Nice, bright, sunny day, perfect weather for this weekend, perfect ride yesterday. If you haven't seen yesterday's video yet, go check it out. And it was a pretty tough day for Tun-chan, my wife. She rode her first time up some steep mountains on a mountain bike on the gravel roads, and lots of fun. So this area, cycling is really popular. We got lots of people out on the weekends for the regular rides, and we're out here doing our tourism ride. Let's hop in the shade. This is a post box, by the way, Japanese style post box. And we've also got our bike rack here, always a good sight. So this is pretty cool. They got a single train car here, and in this location they can park two different locations and split them to go onto the main track over there. So you can see the other one off in the distance, the other one here, and they can switch spots over here. This is one of the cool things about Japan, all these narrow roadways, and there's just so much historic stuff that we can see around here. So I guess we're doing a tour around the city here, a nice little 5-kilometer loop, checking out some of the historic sites and going on some cool paths like this. So really excited to see what we have in store for today. Looks like a water tower here. Oh, watch out for this little guy. So we're cycling along the train tracks right now. Check that out, super close. And there's the boarding platform over there. And right over here, we've also got some nice flowers blooming. What are these? If you know the name, let me know down in the comments. Let's see if Tun-chan knows. Tun-chan, この花の名前知ってる?
日本語知りません。
Oh.
モーニングフェイス。朝の。
Morning face.
Morning glory.
Morning glory. There's a cute anime train that just arrived. We've also got this guy here, Tenkocho. I wonder who that is. So we got a bunch of these guys all lined up along the tracks. I think there's another one. This is Bo. 何の意味ですか?
わかりません。
Oh, here comes the anime train. Brompton はどうですか?
ブロンさんはこういう時には最高ですよ。乗りますか? いいですよ。
Alright, I get my first chance to ride a Brompton. ハンドリングは全然違います。
そうですね。慣れないとね。
すっごい乗りづらいそう。楽しい。ありがとうございます。
はい。
アンキアイサ. This is the boarding platform area for the trains. Wow, we can get really close up in here. Oh. Looks like it's not going to get any closer than that. Anyway, we're back on the road again. Important rule in Japan, you always got to stop at the train tracks. Even if they're not coming down or not red, you always got to stop, especially if you're in a car. These flowers are also in bloom right now. Oh.
Bao nhiêu cả?
Noritai?
乗りたい。かわいい。
チュンちゃんここに座る？天使の椅子だよ。
天使やな、暑いよ。
We've made our way here to another train station. This is a boarding area and 綺麗だね。Oh, いいダンス。I really like this one. We've got all the nature over here on the one side and it looks like there's a nice resting area here, so I doubt many trains come through here. I'm sure it's only one every once in a while, maybe even just a few a day. And another funny sign we saw here is there's a warning. You might get attacked by monkeys if you're waiting here. Here it comes. Oh. So I guess the train's gonna go all the way back down to where we started, change directions, and then come back this way. But I don't think we're gonna stick around for that. We got more things to go see. And the other interesting... Oh. The other interesting thing about these small train stations in Japan is they actually don't have anyone to check your ticket. So you just walk in and so it sounds like you get a ticket when you go into the train, and then when you leave, you'll decide how much you have to pay. Oh wow, check out this view. Beautiful river, massive bridge here. It's really hot today. I'd love to take a dip in the nice cool water. Oh, watch your head here. Man, I probably shouldn't be walking up here, but it's a pretty view. Pretty lady, pretty view. Yay. Looks like we found another tunnel. Oh, Suzushi. Nice and cool in here. Those tunnels can actually be really dark at times, so it's always a good idea to have a light on your bike, a front light and a back light. I took mine off today, unfortunately. Yeah, you gotta be careful when you go through those tunnels. Oh, Jozu, Jozu.
Oh,
We've made our way to our next stop and all the bikes are beautifully lined up here. I don't think I mentioned this one in the video yet, but check out this sick Cannondale here. Lefty fork. Very cool. And this stop, we're actually by a temple and beautiful backdrop with the mountains and forest, bamboo forest right behind it.
Look at those trees.
Yeah. Oh wow.
This is insane.
And right behind the main gate here, we've got two trees lined perfectly, and these are massive. Look at those. They're going all the way up there. That's insane. I've never seen anything like that. They're just perfect.
Was obviously going there.
Yeah. This is like the destined place for this shrine. Wow. Look at how high up those trees go. Way higher than anything else over here. They're massive. Dekkai. And we've also got some water coming down from here. I bet, but I'm not sure, you can actually drink this. I wouldn't doubt it, but I'm not gonna risk it right now. There's the cute little peninsula island thing. あ、ここがいいよ。Picture time? お、いいね。いい感じ。
見て見て。
何？
魚。
魚。
おししょう。
いや、ダメ。
いや、ベトナムこんな魚食べますよ。
Check out this bike. Looks like this guy is going for an adventure. And the cool thing about these when you're cycling in Japan is these are pretty much everywhere, so no matter which city you're in, you can always find cool temples like this. And our next stop right by the temple, we've got this cute little shop here we're gonna check out. So these are pretty common also in Japan. On these little side streets you get these little shops. And let's see what they got in here. So we got some kuri, some chestnuts. These are in season right now. So it looks like we're going inside here. Gotta take off our shoes. And actually looks like they're connecting two different buildings here. So you can see up here, these are kind of where the different buildings are connected. They put a random roof here and umbrella. Always gotta watch your head in here if you're tall like me. Looks like we got a collection of some different dolls. These are pretty cool.
優しいですね。
You gotta watch your head. We're gonna go upstairs, check it out. We can see up top of the roof here. Very cool. I don't really get to come to these places very often. This is really cool. Oh, sugoi. So it looks like everything here is like handmade. These are really nifty. So these are made from bamboo. So another thing this area is famous for is this kind of washi paper. And you can use these to like write characters on, do calligraphy, and apparently you can use it also to make some paper maches. So, and this Buddha statue here is actually not stone or plastic, but it's actually made from the paper mache. That's really cool. And so I guess this guy here is pretty famous for making these. Nifty place. Let's go back down. So it says, watch the top of your head. Here's the view from outside. You can see the Japanese roof, and we can see some of the mountains in the background and some other houses. Wow, check out some of these characters, these advanced carvings. I guess they left without us, so we gotta hurry up and rush. So they almost left without us. We're continuing on, riding in a nice shade right on the base of the mountains, nice and cool. Perfect time to ride in Japan right now. Summer's over. We're starting to get some cooler temperatures. No humidity, or less humidity. Feels like no humidity after just going through a couple months at like 100%. Oh wow, check out this nice little park area up on the top of this hill. Nice photo spot. 昨日のライドと今日のライドどっちがいい？
全然違うレベルです。
全然違うレベル。何が違う？
本気のライド。
本気のライド。
今日がサイクリングしながら観光する。
うん。今日何キロ走ったと思う
？10キロぐらいかな。
いや、今まで4。
4だけ
？We've only ridden 4 kilometers today, but it feels a bit longer. 暑いからね。
暑いんです。
量の問題がだいぶある。
Made it once on the climb challenge, but a little bit difficult. Some hidden rocks in there. Really fun though. We just made our way down the hill, parked our bikes, and it's time for some lunch. Time to eat. Let's see what kind of food we got in store today. It's a cute little shop, and love all the wood that we're seeing in this area. Everything just has really good woodwork and nice smell, fresh wood when you come in here. Nice modern design inside here. And there's some nifty things in here. Apparently this is an old kakigori making machine, so it makes the shaved ice here. You spin the dial. solid lunch, everything sourced locally, good stuff. And it was also my first time eating boar, so that was an interesting experience. Really good with the mustard on the bread, good combo. Stomach is nice and happy. So it came across my mind on this weekend's trip, like all the woodwork here has been really good, and finally we've got an answer to the riddle, and that is we are right by a lumber yard. So there's a bunch of wood here, and this explains everything. This explains why every place we've been to so far has really good woodwork, really fresh wood smell. So we're gonna go check out the inside. Oh man, check out this lumber lady. Oh, you got a nice table. Love the smell, fresh wood smell. So we just finished an interesting presentation about the company here and the history of the woodworking in this area. So apparently the wood from Tenryu is pretty famous, and it's one of the 3 most famous logging companies in all of Japan, and they use their wood in a lot of big famous projects. And we're here doing a tour of their yard right now. You can see a bunch of pieces here that were just cut down from the forest that we were riding through on yesterday's ride. So we call mountain roads in Japan rindo. And most of the rindos are made for companies like this, for them to come in and cut down the trees and use them. So they actually mentioned that if we see some workers there while we're riding, because the roads aren't normally meant to be for riding, they're meant to be for working to harvest these trees and stuff. So if you ever see someone working there and you're not really supposed to be there, just say a friendly greeting and say "Otsukare-sama desu," like thanks for your hard work, and you can sort of relieve the pressure from the situation. We also got some nice souvenirs here. Some nice wooden chopsticks. A lot of chopsticks in Japan are made from trees that are specifically cut down for the purpose of making chopsticks. So it's kind of a bit of a waste, but there's certain parts of trees that you cut and there's some parts that are left over. And these chopsticks are actually made from those leftover parts, so there's no extra waste. They're not cutting down extra trees to make these. And this yard is just massive. It's really cool to see this in person.
We ask everybody to sniff the trees.
Sniff the trees. Actually, one of my favorite types of houses are log cabins, and it's my dream one day to own my own log cabin. They're not too common in Japan, but in northern Michigan, where I was actually born, they're pretty common up there. And I guess they're only really in northern climates, but also in these kind of mountain towns. You can see them here in Japan. So hopefully one day I can get my own log cabin. And these are also really cool to see from the side here. You can see all the different color patterns. It's really interesting seeing them all lined up like this. Very cool. Reminds me, it kind of looks like Minecraft blocks, like pixels. And these are actually apparently spaced out like this to help with the natural drying process. Here we go. We got the other main part of the factory here where they do the cutting, I guess. Let's take a closer look inside. You don't get to come to these places very often. Oh wow, check out these massive machines. Would love to see these in action. I bet it's probably a bit dangerous work though. Oh wow, this is really cool. This is apparently what they use to brand the wood section. So they put their brand on the actual wood that they ship out. So they heat it up and put it on like that.
Yeah, I think they smash it on.
Oh, they just smash it on. They don't even have to heat it up. And we've got the long row here. So I guess this is where the trees roll down. Would love to see this in action. It comes down into the machine here. I guess this is where they cut it. Finishing up our tour at the logging company. And it looks like we've got some dangerous clouds popping in. We just finished with the ride, and I couldn't imagine a better or more fitting end for the end of the ride. We passed that beautiful bridge, and actually at the end of the ride we unfortunately came across a little bit of rain. It started to come down on us, but it was good timing because that was the end of the ride and it was sunny for the rest of the entire ride, which was nice. And yeah, we had a great time riding around Tenryu today. So big thanks to the city of Tenryu and Hamamatsu and everyone who was involved in helping us get here to help promote the cycling in this area. We really enjoyed coming out here and doing the rides around the area. So unfortunately, never enough time on the weekends, and we gotta head back and get back to work. So we're back in the car, about to drive back to Nagoya, where we live. And yeah, it's been a fun week. I think Tun-chan enjoyed herself today. Really hard ride on Saturday. So if you didn't check out the first video from this series, go check it out. We had a killer gravel ride, and it was her first gravel ride, and really tough climbs, a lot of fun, for me anyway. And today was more of the casual ride. I didn't actually include this in the video because it started raining and we had to put our cameras in the car. There's actually a tunnel that we stopped by on our way back, and that tunnel was being made for a train. And I guess they stopped making it halfway because they weren't going to use it anymore. And they ended up turning it into a wine cellar. So there's this random wine cellar in this like old like train style tunnel, which was really cool. So we stopped in there, took shelter from the rain. Anyway, we're gonna drive back to Nagoya, and we'll see you guys in the next video. If you guys enjoyed this video, as always, please give it a like. And if you want to see more videos about cycling and life in Japan, be sure to hit the subscribe button. And we'll see you next time here on Tuo Cruise. Later, guys.
Sayonara.
Sayonara.